Here is the legend, the president, the hard-hitting, undefeated heavyweight contender, or former heavyweight contender, Ike Ibeabuchi, okay? And as you can see, he still has something, man. I don't know what that is, but I can tell you, I was seeing shades of the Tua fight. I was seeing shades of the Bird fight. I was seeing that guy, but possibly a lot bigger. You know, he's lost some weight because I did see pictures of him in prison and he was huge. But as he got out, you know, he started to get into shape. He's at least 50 years old now, you know, and while I was watching that footage, you know, good footage, it was raw, very poorly filmed. Okay, I gotta say that could have been such a highlight reel if somebody knew how to control a damn camera. You know what I mean? The portrait style, it sucked or whatever. They could have went widescreen with it, you know. So whoever took that, that's just, you know, food for thought, little critiquing, because that could have been a lot better. You know what I mean? But that was the only thing that I saw bad about the whole issue. It wasn't Ike Ibeabuchi at all, because he was going in there, you know, had that guard up, you know, getting in those hooks, heavy hooks. You could hear every time that man landed, you could hear something, pow! You could hear that punch sound off. And it's just a shame, though, when we look at Ike Ibeabuchi with 20 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, 15 wins by KO, okay? When you see a guy like that and how his career crumbled due to personal things, you start to just cringe, you know what I mean? Because this guy had it all. He had the chin. He proved that in the David Tua fight. He had the punching power. He proved that into the David Tua fight. He had the art, the spirit of adversity. He had that factor in him, because guys like Chris Bird gave people fits. Okay, and Chris Bird was one of those guys which he was very difficult to hit, let alone fight, okay, because you couldn't really hit him. And I think that guy like that just showed he had the total package, and he would have beat a lot of heavyweights, if not all of them, back in that day. You know what I mean? Somebody like Holyfield would, you know, because they kind of had the similar fighting style. It's just, I think Ike Ibeabuchi hit a lot harder because he was just bigger naturally, you know. He really did his thing. And then this is recent, okay? This is a couple hours ago, him sparring, of course, when it was posted, okay? And the guy that he was fighting could not take the punches. You left hooks upstairs, no body punches. The body punches were crumbling him, right? And my only thing was, I just don't know what weight class that guy was. He didn't look like a full heavyweight. But then again, that may be because Ike Ibeabuchi is so damn big. You know, I would like to see him in there with bigger guys to see how they can absorb those punches, if they really can, right? But no, it looked very impressive. You know, stalking demeanor that he had, you know what I mean? Cutting off the ring of these fighters, no nonsense, you know, where you are, there you are, break you down, knock you out, stop you, drop you. That's what I saw in this footage, you know. And since he's 50 years old and people look at that like, dude, he's too old, he's like Luis Ortiz's age. Well, I'll tell you this much. The good thing about Ike Ibeabuchi, he was put on ice for, what, 20 years? He was in jail for like, what, 20 years, 15 to 20 years. You know what I mean? Because he didn't really do a lot in the clink, you know, and he now comes out like this caged assassin, right? Ready to take on everybody. And the thing is, who's going to get him the opportunity? Because I'm damn sure that he can pass an exam. Okay, he could pass an athletic exam. You know what I mean? I think he can. And if that's the case, do you understand, besides Vladimir Klitschko, this could possibly, if things go certain ways, he could be the oldest heavyweight champion in boxing history, let alone the oldest champion in boxing history, because the oldest champion is owned by Bernard Hopkins. I think he was 48. The oldest heavyweight is, of course, George Foreman, where he knocked out Michael Moore in the 10th round. Okay. This guy is 50 already. So if he can get a shot at somebody, it'll take him a couple years. But with the right type of promotional backing, that may be a reality. You know what I mean? Just looking at this footage of this guy, you know, the way he can take shots, the way he can still bob and weave and move, and, based on who he can fight, who he'll end up in the ring with. I would love to see him in there with someone like Joe Joyce or Derek Chisora, which they just recently fought, which I'm going live for here in maybe 30 minutes to an hour. So, yeah, Ike Ibeabuchi, he still looks like he has it. The punches are still there. The power is always the last to go. But you guys tell me what you think about this footage, this new footage of Ike Ibeabuchi dropping sparring partners at 50 years or 50 plus years, okay? Because I think his birthday's in 73. So, yeah, he may be 51 years of old, 50 plus years old, doing what he's doing. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.